What's up, gaming heroes? Welcome back to another awesome World of Warcraft video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how I plan to make a ton of gold in Shadowlands patch 9.1. Now, before we get into the video, I do just want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me so far. You guys have full access to all of my guides that I'm making all the time, just to help you make loads of gold here in World of Warcraft, and just to help with general things as well that are kind of complicated. I share all of my personal journeys within World of Warcraft. I share all my guides that I spend hours writing, and I always quality assure with other gold making YouTubers. I massively appreciate any support I can get on there, as it does get me one step closer to becoming a full-time content creator. And one day, hopefully, we can hire an editor, and then boom, bang, ping, we just get loads and loads of videos popping out every single day. That is the end goal for me right now. So thank you very much for the awesome support. I think there's like 35 patrons right now. Insane, dudes. Appreciate it to the moon and back. I have some pretty cool projects coming, such as podcasts and other awesome things like that. Now, without further ado, so how am I leveling these guys from level 50 to 60? I covered this in another video, but mostly I'm only leveling characters that have rested experience. If they don't have rested experience, they just sit in a rested area and they are just gathering experience for usually about 2-3 days before I jump back on them and I do a few dungeons. My main method is whenever it is time walking, I do one dungeon per day on any character that is level 50 plus. And the reason for this is when you kill the final boss in time walking dungeons, you are given a quest item. You hand in this quest item to whichever time walking faction it is. They give you usually 250 time walking badges. These time walking badges can be used to buy various different things with the factions of that basically time walking. Whether it's Pandaria, it'll be Pandaria factions. If it's Cataclysm, it'll be Cataclysm factions, all that such. It's really good to do that. You can only do it once per day on each level 50. So that is a massive way of making loads of gold while at the same time leveling up your characters. It's really efficient. Past that, if the time walking isn't on, I focus on a mixture of things. I choose just one, covenant I want to just quest in that area, and I just quest in there whilst doing dungeons. I queue up for dungeons, and I use up the rested experience. The second the rested experience is gone, I jump off that character and I go onto another character. It's just really important to be as efficient as possible. I find dungeons really good because it uses up that rested experience faster than questing. I have done questing, and I do questing obviously, but dungeons use up the rested experience way quicker. And usually, as I'm a DPS main, I typically play DPS. So, it does take me 5 to 8 minutes to get into a dungeon, and usually in that time I can get 2 or 3 quests done, which is pretty cool. So you get a bit of extra XP. And I found doing it this way, I just slowly but surely, all my characters are just accruing that XP. The longest thing, honestly, that I'm dealing with right now is just getting through the maw. The maw takes so gosh darn long. What I do to set myself the task, because it's such a chore to get through the maw, I do it one per night. That's my rule. Every night I take, just when I'm preparing for bed, I'm really tired, I just want something really simple. I stick on Netflix on the other screen, and I just go through them all on a new character, and I just keep doing that every night, and eventually I'll have it all sorted. And then, if that person gets added to my army of alts, who is going to eventually be level 60. And at level 60, I start to then work through my Covenant campaign. I get my renown up. I start to buy the buildings within my covenant, such as the mission table, such as the gardens, everything like that. And I find that by getting more of this stuff prepared, I've got more opportunities to make gold. Not only that, but the Blizzard companion app allows you to interact with the Shadowlands mission table on your phone. So you could be in bed, you could be on holiday, you could be on the other ends of the earth, and being able to complete your gold making rituals, so to speak, your habits, rituals, your gold making habits day by day. So this is just something I'm really looking into right now. Now, obviously, I know a load of you guys love Warlords of Draenor garrisons, and I have a sneaky suspicion that Blizzard knows this, and that's why they kind of put in these covenants. And I think that there's a lot more for Blizzard to expand on with these covenants, and I just predict that they're actually going to do that. I think that I've got faith. I don't know why. I don't know why I've got faith, but I've got faith in Blizzard actually expanding upon these covenants and making them really unique gameplay features. And I think as they develop, they will be very similar to the garrisons, and they will have a lot of opportunities to make gold with them. So that's why I'm really pushing to get all of my characters to level 60 and maximizing my gold making potential from that. You can get pets, you can get mounts, you can get transmogs, you can get loads of awesome stuff from the mission table. You can even get geared. It's pretty cool. And you know, you just need to do the occasional like world quest for a bit of anima. You don't even need to. You get anima from the mission table. So all in all, it's a pretty much a win-win on a whole. The thing I don't like about the mission tables with, you know, the covenants is the fact that, you know, the followers aren't really, you know, they don't have like skills. They're like tank, healer, DPS, or range DPS. It's not they're not like Warlord to Draenor, where, you know, their traits really matter. I really wish that their traits did matter, because that's a really good feature that I think gets a lot of people excited for you know, gold making with that. But it is what it is. So that's what I'm doing right now to basically prepare for patch 9.1. It's not too much effort. Loads of people like will see a mountain and they will say, "Oh, climbing that mountain, dude. That's a big mountain." Nah. That's a big mountain. One step at a time, my friend. One step at a time. You know what? I'm not going to get this mountain done in one sitting. I'm going to walk up this mountain one step at a time, and I'm going to sleep one step at a time, you know? I'm going to take a step, I'm going to sleep, and I'm going to take another step, I'm going to sleep. And that's what I'm going to do. That's how I handle my garrison armies, my old armies here on World of Warcraft. That's how I've got so many characters, and that's how I'm going to get them all to level 60. Just take my time. Take my time. When they've got rested experience, I'm going to use that rested experience. I'm going to be efficient with how I level my character in World of Warcraft. Efficiency is absolutely key. Not only that, but in patch 9.1, we have Torghast changing. They are changing Torghast massively. And with the changes to Torghast opens a lot of potential for ults. So I am just considering these new floors, you know, where you can get extra rewards from Torghast. I'm considering, what if on these extra floors, you can only like do them once per week for that extra reward, or it'll be like a broken feature. I don't know if that is going to be the case, but I know Blizzard, and they have done that in the past, and I'm fairly confident they're going to do it again here. If they do set it like that, I want to be prepared. I want to be able to say, no worries, Blizzard. Thank you for setting that difficulty time gate for everyone but me, because I've got 38 level 60s, you know. I can just go in and just do it on each of those characters and earn a boatload of gold. That's my goal, is like being in that situation where it's like, no worries, you put that gate there for a lot of people to struggle with. I'm just going to blast through that gate. That gate doesn't even exist because I've got so many characters ready to do that. That's a big thing for me. Now, a lot of people say, Erosium, you've got so much time to play games. Oh my God, Erosium, you play so much games. I work a job. You know, Erosium, I can't find time to do that. And I respect that fully, guys. But you're acting like I play games for like 12 hours a day. And it's honestly just not the case. To be honest, I only really play games in the evening. And that is for like usually 3-ish hours at a time. So I just spend my time that I have really efficiently. The other time that I have is spent, you know, working on extra content for my Patreon, working on YouTube, doing Instagram posts, doing everything like that. It's not an easy job to be a content creator. You got to put your heart and soul into this game, and you get paid hardly anything at the start. You know, you got to really build your momentum up in order to get, you know, some reward out of it, and it's very difficult to do that. So, you know, a lot of my time just gets spent throwing it into content creation with, you know, sometimes very little reward as a result. And that's okay. That's okay. I love this. This is what I live for. It's what I absolutely bloody live for. But to say to me, oh, Rosie, you just have more time to play than me, is quite ridiculous, because I literally don't. I spend so much time, you know, working on my job. And then I've also got, you know, a beautiful fiance. I've got 2 dogs, and these things require extra time as well. I can't just, you know, live on the PC. It's not something I can do. So, you know, I've got a family member, a brother who does actually, who can spend all his time, and sometimes I'm just jealous of him because he can just play the game pretty much all day, every day. And I'm like, oh, I just think what I could do with that time, you know? So just bear in mind that if you have a job, that is not an excuse for you to say, oh, I can't walk up that mountain. I've got a job. You know, that is not the case, because when I had a job, I did the exact same thing. You know, it just means that your time is worth more to you, and you need to be more efficient with your use of time on a game. So if you're playing a game, do the things you enjoy most. Don't do something that you don't enjoy, because there's no point doing that. Alright guys, I do have some pretty cool videos coming up in the future, just covering things like, you know, how to get reputation with certain covenants and things like that I found little tricks and tips to help you along the way. Really hope you found this video useful, and I will see you next time. This is Erosium, out. If you do want to check out any of my awesome guides, such as garrison guides, gold guides, garrison leveling guides, or even my TSM guides, please feel free to check out erosiumtv.com or check me out on Patreon. Massively appreciate all the support so far, and I will see you later, guys. This is Erosium, out.